a very exciting opportunity. ICBA has a long history in British Columbia. Our organization now is over 2,000 members and clients, the largest sponsor of apprenticeships in the province of British Columbia. The entity that trains more people in construction skills than any other in the province, and the leading voice when it comes to leading the public policy debate on issues related to the construction sector. So I'm very excited to be part of the organization, looking forward to working to help continue that legacy and initiate a number of new initiatives going forward. We work hard to fight for a strong economy, an economy that's based on fiscal responsibility, an environment in British Columbia where projects in the infrastructure, energy, resource sectors are approved and get to yes. We launched a great campaign in 2016 called Growing the Economy. As a result of that campaign, ICBA now has an online community of 30,000. Those individuals are active and they're engaged. They support responsible resource development. When the federal government was in the final stages of reviewing and approving the PNW LNG project in the northwest coast of British Columbia, our online community generated over 1,000 letters to Prime Minister Trudeau and his federal cabinet colleagues in support of responsible resource development. Those are the kinds of things we need to do, because without a growing economy, without responsible resource development, without infrastructure projects, energy projects, and resource development projects, we aren't going to have the kind of robust economy and construction sector that we need. Earlier today, we heard from Jock Finlayson, who pointed out that over the last decade, growth of the construction sector has outpaced that of the economy in British Columbia as a whole by probably two times. Over 200,000 people in British Columbia work in the construction sector. It accounts for about 9% of our province's GDP. It's a vitally important sector of our economy, and we need to do everything we can to support construction projects in British Columbia. The government deserves a lot of credit for staying on the path of fiscal responsibility. We've seen in other jurisdictions in Canada and in other countries in the world what happens when government spending gets out of control. So the province deserves a lot of credit for ensuring that we've been able to balance our budget and provide a strong foundation for economic growth going forward. So we're looking for more of that next Tuesday when the Minister of Finance stands up and delivers the budget. We're also looking for the province of British Columbia recently won an award for the province in Canada that has reduced red tape the most. That is critical. I think every small business owner, every construction company owner in this province has a horror story about red tape causing lost opportunity, lost jobs. And so a continued focus on reducing regulation, reducing red tape is vitally important to ensuring economic growth and growth that makes sense. We need regulations, but we need them to make sense. And we need regulations that are going to help grow the economy, not stifle innovation, not stifle the entrepreneurial spirit that has built British Columbia. We're also going to be looking for at infrastructure spending closely. This government has made commitments that are significant in terms of major projects. The George Massey tunnel replacement is an important project. We want to see projects like that go forward in a timely fashion. One of the reasons why ICBA launched its Growing the Economy campaign was to bring people together across the province to provide support for responsible resource development, for projects in the infrastructure sector, the resource development sector, the energy sector that make sense and provide jobs. A lot of what happens in British Columbia that generates wealth in our economy happens outside the Lower Mainland. So these projects are vitally important. So we're going to be looking for the government to strongly support infrastructure development and responsible resource development.